The rise of the Mongols and their legendary leader, Genghis Khan. Imagine a guy born into nothing in the middle of nowhere who ends up building the largest land empire the world has ever seen. Sounds insane, right? Well, buckle up because this is a tale of war, strategy, and a whole lot of horsepower. So, who were the Mongols? Picture this. It's the 12th century, and the steppes of Central Asia are home to these nomadic tribes. They're tough, living off the land, herding horses, sheep, and goats. They're not exactly writing books or building skyscrapers, they're masters of survival. And horses? Oh, they loved their horses. These weren't just pets, they were their tanks, their Ferraris, their everything. Mongol kids learned to ride before they could walk, and their warriors could shoot arrows from horseback like it was nothing. But here's the thing, the Mongols weren't united, they were split into clans, constantly fighting each other over grazing land or petty grudges. That is, until one man changed everything. Enter Temujin. Yep, that's Genghis Khan's real name. Born around 1162, this guy didn't have it easy. His dad was poisoned by rivals when he was just a kid, and his family was left to fend for themselves. Abandoned, poor, and hunted. Sounds like the origin story of a superhero, right? Well, he kinda was. Now, Temujin's life could have ended right there, but this dude was a survivor. He clawed his way up, making allies, fighting enemies, and showing insane grit. By his 20s, he was already a leader, but the real game changer came when he started uniting the Mongol tribes. How? Well, a mix of diplomacy, marriage alliances, and, let's be real, a lot of violence. If you crossed him, you were toast. One famous story? His best friend turned rival, Jamuka, got in his way. Temujin crushed him and, legend says, had him executed by breaking his back. Brutal? Yes. Effective? Also, yes. By 1206, Temujin had united the Mongols under one banner. At a big meeting called a Kurultai, they gave him a new title, Genghis Khan, meaning universal ruler. From there, he didn't just sit around. He turned the Mongols into a war machine. His army wasn't huge, maybe 100,000 at its peak, but it was fast, disciplined, and terrifying. They used tactics like fake retreats to lure enemies into traps, and their horse archers could rain arrows while galloping at full speed. Genghis wasn't just a warrior, he was a genius strategist. With the Mongols united, Genghis set his sights outward. First up, northern China. The Jin dynasty didn't know what hit them. Cities fell, walls crumbled, and by 1215, Genghis had taken their capital, Zhongdu, modern-day Beijing. Then he turned west, smashing through Central Asia, Persia, and even parts of the Middle East. His empire stretched from the Pacific Ocean to the Caspian Sea. That's bigger than most modern countries. What made him so unstoppable? Well, Genghis wasn't just about destruction. He was smart. He'd offer cities a deal, surrender, pay tribute, and live. Resist? Total annihilation. Take the city of Samarkand, when they fought back, he leveled it. But he also spared engineers, craftsmen, and anyone useful, integrating them into his empire. He even set up a postal system called the Yam, think medieval FedEx, to keep his massive empire connected. The guy was a conqueror and an administrator. Genghis died in 1227, probably from illness or injury, though no one's 100% sure. His empire didn't stop, though. His sons and grandsons like Kublai Khan kept it going, eventually ruling over a quarter of the world's population. Crazy, right? But here's the kicker, Genghis wasn't just a warlord. He promoted religious freedom, banned torture, ironic, I know, and boosted trade along the Silk Road. The Pax Mongolica, a period of relative peace, let ideas and goods flow like never before. On the flip side, millions died under his conquests. Entire civilizations were wiped out. So was he a hero or a villain? That's up to you to decide. Today, in Mongolia, he's a national icon. His face is on money, statues, even vodka bottles. And that's the story of Genghis Khan and the Mongols, a whirlwind of conquest that changed the world. What do you think? Could anyone stop this guy if he were around today? Drop your thoughts in the comments below if you enjoyed this dive into history.